Okay, that's good. It's coming along. Nice, looking beautiful. I think it's done. It's missing something, isn't it? His shoes! I almost forgot. Can't have Sonic without his shoes. It's magnifique. Okay, let me add some shading just to make it better. I think I may have taken too many creative liberties in too many places. Sonic, y'all know what I'm talking about. Their nachos go crazy. But let's talk about the other Sonic, the blue one. Yes, he's had some rough times lately with some less than ideal games being released. I don't think I need to explain the problems with 3D Sonic games. I mean, the words rough, transition 2, and 3D are all right next to each other in the dictionary. Now there has been a lack of new mainline Sonic games recently, but there was an announcement from SEGA saying they would spend more time developing new games. Which sounds good at first, but then you remember, it's SEGA. Oh, but don't worry, SEGA has certainly ended any fears of a mediocre Sonic game with their latest announcement. What's the first thing you think about when you hear Sonic? G Fuel, of course. I mean, what better way to get your daily dose of lead than having Sonic on the cover? And also the lead and G Fuel thing is actually true, look it up. I actually have a bottle of it right here. Let me have a little taste. Oh yeah. I can see why they put Sonic on this thing. I'm gonna get a heart attack at lightning quick speeds. But Sonic has been in need of a show-stopping game for a while now. Games like Ratchet & Clank and Crash are getting brand new games that look next level while Sonic is just kinda stuck in the past. None of their attempts at making 3D Sonic games have been mind-blowing like Mario Odyssey or as charming as A Hat in Time. It just feels like the developers have good intentions but then they throw something in there that just messes it all up. Sonic Forces. How about we make all the levels play and feel exactly the same? Sonic 06. How about we make a very unfinished game with very boring levels? Shadow the Hedgehog. Give him a gun and make him edgy. I'm not even gonna talk about Sonic Boom, it's just gonna stay there in the background like a sleep paralysis monster. Or like an uncle at a family reunion. But not to worry, cause I, Generic's in the TheChrisDex Valiente, am an official Sonic specialist. You're probably wondering how I got the title of Sonic Specialist. Well, I literally just played the first level of the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Then they sent me an email with my credentials and stuff. I didn't even beat the first level. I stopped playing once I realized it was a Sonic game. Who would want to play that? Now, if any of you remember, a couple months ago I made a video about the Ultimate Mario Kart game where I presented a bunch of new ideas for the next Mario Kart game. And I'm going to do something very similar with Sonic in this video. I'm going to present new ideas and features in order to make the best Sonic game possible, or the ultimate Sonic game. I mean, if the Sonic movie went from being a total train wreck to one of the most enjoyable movies of 2020, I think I can make a decent Sonic game. But I should probably look up the requirements for working at SEGA. Let's see. SEGA, what do you think when you hear that word? Disappointment. Do you think of the console with the iconic harmonized voice fire-ups, or do you think of the countless gaming hits from Shadow the Hedgehog, Golden Axe, or the Persona series? Neither, actually. Also, I don't think Golden Axe has been much of a hit as Persona and Sonic have been. The game is also more than 30 years old now. It's like if someone were asking what the most renowned games from Nintendo are and you said Mario, Zelda, and Marble Madness. There has never been a more exciting time in the company's history to join SEGA. Can't argue with that. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, we can get started with creating the ultimate Sonic game. Now, we'll actually be separating this into different categories in order to create the game. But before we do that, I almost forgot I need another sip of this G Fuel. I mean, I can't work properly until I have caffeine and suspicious elements in my body. Oh yeah, that definitely hit the spot. Why am I seeing rings everywhere?
Step 1. Plot.
Sonic games are known for their boundary-breaking plots. I mean, just think about it. We have Sonic, he's fast, he has friends, he has enemies. What can we do with that? So Sonic games for a long time now have suffered from mediocre stories that are just there to try to appease the fans. But you know, they throw classic Sonic in there every chance they get, so I don't really think they are, actually. But I am a firm believer that as long as the gameplay is good, the plot doesn't really matter unless it's a very story-driven game. And last I checked, Sonic is not very story reliant, but we still need some semblance of a decent story, so this is my idea. First, Eggman is sent by the government to investigate weird power outages in a town called Green Hill Zone. Then he finds out about the existence of Sonic and does all he can to capture him, and I'm being told this is the plot of the Sonic movie. That's a bit awkward, but in all seriousness, I think Sonic would benefit greatly from a more simplified plot. How about in this one, Eggman has some plan to mind control everyone in Green Hill Zone, so Sonic and the rest of his companions all try to take him down. And you're probably thinking, that's the most basic you've ever heard. And yeah, it kinda is. Sonic's problems have always come from lack of polish in every aspect of the game, and having stories that make no sense or try to do too much aren't exactly helping its case. And keeping the plot simple and to the point is going to help bring more focus to the gameplay, where Sonic truly does need to shine. I just can't have another Sonic game that caters to DeviantArt. I can't, man. One game was enough. Also, the plot needs to stay nice and upbeat so we don't get a repeat of Shadow the Hedgehog. Because I don't think that a character that looks like this really belongs in a world full of death and dystopian futures. And hot topic. And on the topic of Sonic, the character, this game will not bring back classic Sonic. He's just been brought back too many times to modern games and none of them have turned out swimmingly. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of classic Sonic's design. He's too squishy for me. Like he's a plushie that was brought to life. Who is at my door right now? What do you want? You have a knife and blood over you. I assume you're trying to kill me. I mean, I would be scared of you, but you're like 3'5". Just not gonna say anything? Bye, I guess. Man, I need to stop practicing the dark arts. I keep bringing stuff to life. Ugh.
Step 2. Characters.
Sonic and friends. Pretty obvious.
Step 3. Character designs.
Most of you know that Sonic Forces had an original character creator, which was the first for the series, and it was pretty lackluster. It just feels like they threw it in last minute and didn't go as far with it as they could have. And to be honest, I'd rather not have a character creator than have one that feels so empty. And that's why for this game, there will be no character creator. I know, your traumatized creations will have to wait. I just don't think Sonic games need original character designs. I don't think it can be done without feeling like a gimmick. As for the rest of the characters, I think most of them are fine as they were in Sonic Forces, but I think the character models could be much more higher quality. The only customization that would actually improve the game is small stuff like glove and shoe colors. As for specific character designs, I think giving Tails a more gizmo-based look would be very cool. Also for Shadow, y'all gotta hear me out on this one. How about we give him sunglasses? And he never even wears them, he just keeps them on top of his head. He's like what teen dramas think cool kids look like. Just give him a jewel and he's set. You know what? Just give everyone a bandana. Actually, you know what? Give them multiple bandanas. They are literally covered head to toe in bandanas. Actually, let's take it one step further. Make everyone a sentient bandana, even Sonic. He's a bandana, she's a bandana, they're a bandana, I'm a bandana, everyone's a bandana.
Step 4. Oh my god, we're on to step 4? Step 4. Gameplay.
Now, believe it or not, gameplay in Sonic games is quite important. I don't think SEGA has picked up on that memo recently. The most well-received games are obviously the 2D ones, with Sonic Mania being the highest rated modern Sonic game. Now the question is, for this ultimate Sonic game, do we make it 3D or 2D? How about 4D? No one invites me anywhere. With 2D, we can keep the gameplay simpler and more true to the Sonic formula, so there's less of a chance of making a disaster. But that does come with the problem of having no space to make brand new ideas. While with 3D, which is much harder to make gameplay-wise, allows for more room for brand new features and ideas. But that does come at the cost of making some bullshit like Sonic Boom. So 3D or 2D? Well, for my idea, I think I want to make a combination of both, actually. Now, I know this was done in Sonic Forces, but I would implement it a bit differently. I think having a hub world would be a great solution. Okay, I know Sonic 06 did this too, but just give me a sec, I'll explain. They can making a much larger hub world full of secrets, Easter eggs, and other side quests. But it wouldn't be this town or huge city. It would be something more similar to World of Light and Smash Bros. Ultimate, just with no set path to move around, and actually having places be 3D instead of plastered to the ground. I think the hub in Super Mario 3D World would also be a similar comparison, just much larger. But now we move on to the levels and 2D section of the game. All the levels in the game will be 2D. Wait. 2D, there's 3D, it's 5D. That's not 4D. Something ain't right here. Something ain't right. Now this basically allows for the fast-paced Sonic gameplay we know and love, but with modern graphics to give it a more futuristic feel. The levels will feel very different from each other, so we don't get a repeat of Sonic Forces, but another twist here is that the bosses will take place in 3D environments, which is completely different from the rest of the level. This will keep the game fresh and won't feel like a drag. The boss fights would be a lot more difficult than other Sonic games, and are going to take a lot more strategy to actually take down the boss. Each boss will also have unique attacks and weaknesses so they don't feel repetitive and tedious. One of my ideas is making a super beefed up mecha metal Sonic that just goes around blowing everything up. I think I may have gone a bit too big there. But you get my point, the bosses all need to be memorable and stand out, so we don't end up getting tape of the boss fight. Oh my god.
Step 5. New features. How many more steps are there?
I don't really think Sonic has any iconic power-up besides when he collects the Chaos Emeralds, and that's just discount Super Saiyan. Sonic has never really had any features or game-changing mechanics that stood out, so we probably need to give him some. My first idea is a rewind ability that basically takes Sonic back earlier into the level in case the player missed a collectible or secret area. This will make it so there's not as much stress when missing something. The next power-up I have in mind is the Ring Boost. So basically when you get this, for every ring Sonic has, it gives him a kind of charge attack that makes him invincible while performing the attack. The next power-up will be an Ice power-up. This will give Sonic ice powers so he can freeze enemies and avoid dying in water since he would freeze the water. I don't necessarily want to overload the game with unnecessary power-ups, so we're just going to keep the Rule 34 pill in the drafts. Now for a feature that would change how you'd play an actual level. My idea is to have each level have a reverse version. Each level would have different sections where controlling Sonic is completely different. In these reverse sections, Sonic would be upside down, there would be much less gravity, and enemies would take new, harder forms. And also these levels would have completely different color schemes from regular Sonic levels. And each one would have a theme, some would be based on fire, some on ice, and some would be underwater. Should have quit while I was ahead. I think this should be enough to give Sonic fans a different enough take on a familiar formula, but wouldn't change it too much to the point where it's unrecognizable. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention the bust down mode. In this mode, it only plays Lil Pump and Blueface songs on repeat for the entire game. And I'm not talking about like old Lil Pump, like new Lil Pump. There's no way to turn it off either, or exit the game. You just have to buy a new console.
Final step. Name and cover. Thank God.
Okay, so I'll give it to the Sonic team. Their box arts have been great. They display perfectly what the game is about, unfortunately. And the games usually also correlate with the name perfectly, or sometimes they just add boom to it because they think it's quirky or something. So for this game, we will have to create a great box art and title. I have given you full control of naming the next Sonic game. What do you have in mind? Sonic and Tails. 2 babies, 1 fox. You're fired. I'm also calling the FBI to investigate you. Why do you look disappointed? Who could you possibly be disappointed in besides yourself? So since a lot of the Sonic game has to do with the reverse world, I'm thinking about calling the game Sonic the Hedgehog Back and Forth. And Knuckles. Actually, after thinking long and hard about it for 2 seconds, I'm changing the title to Sonic Reverse. It's simple and to the point. And now for the box art. I'm thinking about putting Sonic straight in the middle with 2 different versions of him. The regular world and the reverse world version of him. Again, it keeps the box art simple and keeps Sonic at the forefront of the action. Now with all that, we have officially made the ultimate Sonic game. Man, I can't wait to present all my ideas to the Sonic community. Hopefully they act in a way that isn't too harsh. I hear Siberia is nice this time of year. I should have just talked about Crash.